is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is definitely not something that you see all the time. She is a biggin. This is a big F650 750 chassis, and it's actually the ones that deliver food to your airplane when you're taking a flight. I'm going to show you what's going on with this truck, what they're complaining about. We're going to dive in and see if we can find something together. All right, guys, let's check this out. Alright guys, thanks so much for checking us out. Make sure to hit that like and sub. Today I have a 21 F750 and they're complaining that they have one of those power steering leaks over there and that the traction control light is coming on in the instrument cluster. Now I haven't looked at it, I just pulled it in the night before so that we could let it thaw out because it was all snowy, and I'm gonna see what we have going on. But first I'm going to switch over to the GoPro so that I can get a little bit deeper into the repair and get the front end of this truck folded forward. Alright fellas, we're going to be moseying down over here, move the tool cart. One thing that I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you guys are interested in something like this. This is called the drill dock, and to save a little bit more space on my cart, because I have so many tools up here, this can clip on in many different locations. It's got a couple of different ways you can attach this to a bucket, a 5-gallon pail or something. But what I do is I keep it right here, and then I just holster my stubby 3/8 right there. All right, one of the things you have to do before you can flip the hood forward on these things, you know, you have to flip it on the 657. I'm sure you all know that. But they have this big cattle pusher. I don't know what the main reason for this is. Maybe because they're pulling up to, I don't know, airplane? I don't know. I really don't know. But it's freaking huge. And there's some pins and stuff we have to pull. And we'll pull these, just kind of pull that clip. I set all the pins right there. We're gonna leave this one as a pivot. So we'll pull the top one, pull the top pin. Oh, this one's going this way. Try not to lose anything. Might have to jiggle it a little bit. Depends on how tight it is. See, there we go. And then sometimes there's one here, and sometimes there's not, but today there is. Jiggle it. And then this whole thing comes forward like this and kind of rests right on this rubber. Now you can pull the hood forward, and I like to latch this thing like this so they don't catch when I'm popping the hood. And this one I did last night. Now, hood's pop. Gotta worry about that. It made it. Look at that, how close it is. Totally clear. But now we can work on the engine. Definitely a little smaller. We got the 7.3 in here. Get this thing out of the way. Drill dock. Check them out. And let's see here. They said they were complaining of a power steering leak. That looks a little snotty, I would say. Wouldn't you say? Kind of looks like engine oil to me. Nonetheless, all right, so we got power steering leak. We verified we got something snotty over here. It looks full. I don't know why it would be leaking. The AC looks a little snotty too. Could be residual, but it looks like somebody did an oil change or something. I don't know. It looks like engine oil's all over the place. That thing's full. Definitely full. I don't know if you can see like the yellow, but it almost looks like engine oil. Looks like dirty engine oil. I wonder what the dilly's going on. I wonder how clean the oil is. So maybe if they did an oil change, this is going to be looking fresh, clean. Let's go on the other side. The dipstick is over here. Keep some rags. All right, here's the indicator. All right, here's the indicator right here. Let's see what it looks like. All right. See how clean this looks. Well, it doesn't look dirty. I would say that's a goldish color. Let me go get a white paper towel just to make sure. Let's stick it again. One of the first things I noticed when I pulled it in was that it wasn't making any power steering noise. So I thought that was kind of strange. Okay. It's definitely at the full mark. All right, so let's check the color. Yeah, it doesn't look dark black. That looks like the color that's all over the power steering reservoir. Let's go back over and check out that oil fill area, because that was the spot that they would have dumped over. Now we got to be an investigator. Got to be an investigator. What do we have? So they could have had their funnel and was bloop, 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 and it bloop, bloop all over this. And I guess the residual people are thinking that it's got a power steering leak. Are they seeing anything through here? I mean, I guess they're seeing a little snotty right there. Power steering fluid is definitely full. You all can agree that it's at the max line. Well, I guess what we're gonna do now is we're gonna brake clean Mafia this whole area of its residue, and we're gonna have to start this thing up and inspect for leaks while it's running. I guess a dead giveaway would be to see if it has an oil change sticker in it, and it does not. It does have 18,000 miles on the clock, but that I guess doesn't matter, because if they spilled oil, then that really wouldn't be warranty. So, all right, brake clean Mafia. Let's get some photons illumination. I mean, it does look like it has a power steering leak, but I don't think it's power steering fluid leaking. The only way it would be leaking out from around the cap is if somebody overfilled it. It has excessive pressure in it, but if that was the case, you'd see like lines blowing off or something. This puppy looked clean. All over the spark plug wires and everything. AC compressor, look how nasty that is. Yes, I'm gonna spray this off with compressed air. It's all over the lines. Kind of almost looks like undercoating. All right, I'm gonna blow this all off. All right, I guess let's start this boy up, and I guess we're gonna be looking for leaks. All right, now I hear power steering noise. I didn't hear that yesterday at all. Wow. Wow. Maybe this thing needs a power steering pump. Definitely did not hear that yesterday when I pulled it in. Now, I don't know if maybe they filled up the power steering fluid thinking that it was low. I don't know. Let me shut this thing off. All right, now that I'm thinking about it, I believe I've replaced a power steering pump in one of these things before, not for a leak, but because it was whining, just like what you heard. And it definitely shouldn't be whining, so we're gonna have to order that up. I'm 100% certain that we're not gonna have this pump in stock. So, with the first concern, I guess, taken care of, I mean, it shouldn't have been leaking, but they didn't complain about a noise, but that shouldn't be making that noise, so definitely going to need a power steering pump. But the second concern is that the traction control light is on. So when I had turned the key on and had it running, the only lights I have on are the low fuel light and the check engine light. That is really worth noting. The other ones, well, doors open, park brakes on, and I have no seatbelt. So I guess let's figure out why we have a check engine light on. I have the computer already pulled up, and we're going to identify vehicle using IDS. Even though this is a 21, we're not using FDRS. 750s, 650, 750s are still all IDS. We'll let this thing do its thing. Asks us if we are 50 state emissions. Yes, sir. VCM2, 650, 750, 2 valve, 7.3, 50 state. That's us. And then we're going to be going to the toolbox, and we're going to do all continuous memory DTCs. You know, I've talked to you guys multiple times about different DTCs and the difference between on-demand and continuous memory. And we want to make sure our HVAC is off. We don't want that running during our self-tests, and drawing down our battery. Okay, continuous memory. All right, we're running codes right now. All right, the code we have is a P0141, and this is O2 sensor heater circuit bank 1 sensor 2. All right, being that this is a circuit code, let's run. We don't have any other codes. What's this one? A P0137. Okay, sensor circuit low voltage bank 1 sensor 2. So we have 2 codes for the same sensor. We have no other codes for inner vehicle dynamics. There's no traction, ABS, nothing. So let's go to the PCM. Let's run our on-demand self-test and make sure we don't have an electrical fault happening right now. The continuous memory, that code has seen and has stored it. But if there's an electrical fault going on with that circuit, I want to know about it right now. So that would be an example of, you know, a rodent had chewed a wire, or something got left disconnected, or they hit something. So I guess we're going to need to get the creeper and lay up underneath this. We're going to be looking at bank 1 sensor 2. So that is on the passenger side of the engine, the rear sensor. But this has probably got a giant cat under the vehicle, so it may not have 4, you know, 2 upstream and 2 downstream. Look at that, on demand. All right, we got to go inspect. We have something going on. It could be just a component, but we need to make sure that there's nothing electrically going on right now. All right, this is gonna be a little tight, but I think I'll be able to get underneath the step. Maybe. Okay. Yep. We're fitting. And now you're coming. Here we go. All right. So we're going to be looking for the rear sensor on bank 1. So if you guys come over here with me, all right, there's bank 1, sensor 1 right there. All right, so you would expect the rear sensor for that same bank to be right there, but there isn't anyone. There's bank 2, sensor 1, no sensor here. The only sensor is right here in this giant cat, and where that wire goes, we're gonna have to look. All right, what do we have right here? Looks Oh wow, this is super tight. I'm gonna be expecting we're gonna find a problem. I need to put my head on this side, but this got Lake Minnetonka over here because of me letting it dry out overnight. All right, I see the sensor connector right there. It is definitely pulled tight. Let me switch positions again. This is all water. Oh, all right. I hate that right there, when your leg gets soaked in the water and then you're wearing water bell bottoms for the rest of the day. All right, I think I'm gonna need to clip that zip tie or something, because that thing is just pulled way too tight. I think we got a problem there. Let me get some zippies. This was kind of a pain to get to. Oof, man, that is close. Makes me want to help her. Sometimes the up and down, man, I get tired of getting up and down, up and down, up and down. But I get it done. Try to be as efficient as I can. All right, coming back under, coming to you. All right, let's go ahead and let's give the zippy a clippy. All right, unclipped it, and now the challenge is going to be trying to disconnect it if I can. Well, I think I might be able to. I just didn't know where yeah, I think I got a wiring problem here. All this shit's going right in my face. Come on, Buster. I got so much stuff on here. All right, let's pull the wires back. Oh yeah, check it out. Look at that. Boom. Chafe right there. Broke that oxygen sensor's heater element for the circuit that heats up the oxygen sensor. They want to make sure these get up to closed loop fuel control as quickly as possible. So they put a heater on those circuits, and sometimes the component goes bad, and other times when vehicle modifiers zip tie stuff way too tight, that's what happens. It causes a chafe spot and ultimately failed that component quicker than probably people are gonna like. I forgot my freaking cutters. All right, let's see if we can zoom back really quick. Zooming, going for the max stretch. Got it. Coming back out. Hold on. There we go. I was looking for something to push off of. All right, so to conclude, I guess really on this truck, what I'm gonna wind up doing is replacing the power steering pump. I mean, you guys all heard that noise. It definitely shouldn't be sounding like that. But as far as the oxygen sensor goes, I mean, that was zip tied pretty tight on there. That didn't come from the factory like that. So this is kind of where we have to draw a line and let them know that the vehicle modifier is essentially what caused this. They shouldn't have zip tied against the oxygen sensor. It was kind of a silly harness to grab a hold of, but they did know. And here it is 18,000 miles later on a 21, and we have an issue with this wire. Let me know if you guys have ever encountered this. It's not a normal thing that I see on these particular units. It's just the upfit. But like I said, I have replaced that power steering pump. Let me know if this helped. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.